Welcome dear students. We are discussing a voltage regulator or voltage divider circuit in today's class. A voltage divider or voltage regulator circuit is nothing but it is very useful in our regulating circuit such as voltage controller circuit, voltage decreasing or monitoring circuit. So these circuit are perform variable resistor connected in series with them. So first problem, see, find values of R1 and R2 if the voltage applied across load resistance of 1 kilo ohm is to be 20 volt, that is to be connected 20 volt. The maximum current which the battery can supply is 60 milliampere. So in this question they will gives us the load resistance and load voltage. So we are already make this figure. 1 kilo ohm is our load resistance and 20 volt is our load voltage, and these two resistance are seriously connected, and they told us to identify these two values, and supply current 60 milliampere which is also given. Now see, load current, load voltage given, load resistance given. So we are using Ohm's law to find out the load current, that is IL equal to V by R. So we are simply do it V by R. So R is 1 kilo ohm. 1 kilo means 10 to the power 3. You must remember kilo means 10 to the power 3. So 20 divided by 1, that is your value 1 kilo ohm. So 1 into, if it 2, then it 2 into 1 into 10 to the power 3. Then see, your answer is 0.02. If you press ENG, then your answer is 20 into 10 to the power minus 3. So 10 to the power minus 3 is our milli. So we write 20 milliampere. So we know the load current. Now apply KCL at point B. See, you apply KCL at point B, then 60 milliampere is incoming, 20 milliampere is outgoing. So our total result is incoming minus outgoing, that is 40 milliampere. Next, voltage across R2. We know in case of parallel connection, voltage will be same. So here load resistance is parallelly connected with R2. So these two resistance are parallelly connected. So their voltage drop across them is also same. So it will be 20 volt. Now we know the current flow across R2 and voltage across R2. So we find out the value of R2 using Ohm's law. Now our next finding element is R1. So we are focusing on them. The voltage across R1. Suppose if battery source already given 100 volt, battery source already given 100 volt. So 100 volt already given, you know that a 20 volt, this part is 20 volt across your reference ground line. So this total is 100, this is 20. So this remaining part is how much? 100 minus 20. 100 minus 20 is 80 volt. So we know the current, this 60 milliampere will not divide at any part, so it will flow all of it. 60 milliampere will flow all of it. So the current through R1 is 60 milliampere. So we find out R1 simply V by R. Now coming to the next problem. In this problem, that gives us a battery source, 12 volt battery source. Negligible internal resistance is connected across a parallel combination of 4 kilo ohm, K means kilo ohm, 6 kilo ohm, 12 kilo ohm resistance as shown in figure. Figure is shown in figure. Compute combined circuit resistance, current supply by the battery, power supply by the battery, power developed by each resistor. Now this is our given question given circuit. This is our question given circuit. 12 volt is the battery source, and 4 kilo ohm, 6 kilo ohm, 12 kilo ohm, these are parallelly connected. So we are simply know that a parallelly connected combined resistance formula, that is 1 by RT equal to 1 by R1 plus of 1 by R2 plus of 1 by R3 plus of dot dot 1 by Rn. So it will be 1 by Rn, that is n number terms of resistance. So in our case it will be 3. So we are counting 1 by 4, 1 by 6, 1 by 12 equal to, and after calculating this part we are finding half. But but you know that 1 by RT equal to half, RT equal to, it will be inverses, that is 2, and our all three resistance values are in kilo ohm, so answer is kilo ohm. Now coming to the next question answer. Next question answer, then they will told us to find the circuit current. So in case of parallel connection, the voltage across, in case of parallel connection, the voltage across all three resistance will be same, we know. Therefore we find the I1 current. So how we will find the voltage divided by R, that is R is this part. So we are taking it is our I1. Next I2 we taking, it is our I2, parallel voltage same, 12 divided by 6 kilo ohm, it is 20 milliampere, and we are considering this is our I3. So I3 equal to 12 by 12 equal to 1 milliampere. Now apply KCL at point P. This point you apply KCL. So we know that KCL will gives us a common formula, that is the sum of incoming. So here one current, only one current incoming, that is our I, circuit current, equal to sum of outgoing. So what our sum of outgoing? There the three current are sum, I1, I2, I3. So we are summing these three current, and after add these three current, we are finding that our answer is 6 milliampere. Now going to our third number question, power supply by the battery. So power supply by the battery, we know the power formula, there are the three formula actually. One is P equal to VI, another is P equal to I square R, and last one is P equal to V square by R. So we are using these three formula uh, for our calculating power. P equal to VI, that is the V is our circuit voltage is 12, and I is 6 milliampere. So after calculating this, milli is a constant term here, and voltage into current, that is a watt, our power unit is watt. And last question is the each resistance across power. So P1 equal to I1 square into R1. We are considering this, the first one resistance is P1. So similarly we are calculating P2 I2 square into R2, calculating P3 I3 square into R3. Now going to our next question. A tapped voltage divider is to be connected across 220 volt DC supply to provide output of 15 milliampere at 100 volt. Tapped means tapped means a considering transmission line that you are tapping current. Suppose in your locality, your house tapped current from your serviceman, that is one pole. There are transmission line are going in your from your side of house, and then you are tapping them to supply current in your home. Okay, these are simply look to 20 milliampere at a 160 volt. Find the resistance of each section of the divider, its power dissipation, and the total resistance if the current passed by the divider is to be 60 milliampere. Actually, after you considering this figure also, now you should clear it. A tapped voltage divider. Tapped voltage divider means simply voltage regulator circuit. There are the section wise tapping. Our first consideration is supply voltage. Supply voltage is given 220 volt. We are considering 220 volt. Next, our A number point is given 15 milliampere at 100 volt. So first one is we are taking R1 here, 15 milliampere. We are tapping. One tapping is there, and 100 volt. Next B number will be given 20 milliampere at 160 volt. So we are another tapping 20 milliampere at 160 volt, and we are simply write it this R1, R2, R3, and our total current across the circuit current is 60 milliampere. Passing by the divider is to be 60 milliampere. So our current is given. Now we are finding the values of missing element. Section R1. Section R1. Here see section R1. In section R1, this is our circuit current. This is our circuit current. Circuit current. This circuit current will come this point. Suppose you consider it is a Q. It is R. So in this Q point, the circuit current will incoming and 20 is outgoing. So what is our answer? Across R2, 60 minus 20. Now we are focusing R1. Apply again KCL at in this point R. So what is 60 minus 20? Also it is outgoing, minus 15. So our answer is 60 minus 20 minus 15 equal to 25 milliampere. V1, see, in this reference line, from this reference line, V1 is 100 volt, simply 100 volt. So what is our R1? Using Ohm's law, V by R, here I is, R equal to V by I. I is in milliampere, so milli 10 to the minus 3, and our answer is 4000 ohm. Power formula P equal to I square R, here P1 equal to I1 square into R1. Now going to the next section. In the next section, apply KCL at point Q. At point Q, you apply KCL, that is 60 milliampere is incoming, 20 milliampere is outgoing. So what is our answer? 60 minus 20, that is 40 milliampere. And what is our section voltage? This section voltage only from Q to R. Q to R section voltage. How to find out? Whole voltage is 160. This part is 100. Remaining part is 60. How we find out? 160 minus 100, 60. Now R equal to V by I. We are simply calculated, and power I square R. Here we are considering this section 2 for R2 and I2. Now going to our last section. In the last section, first of all, you see in the R3 part, 60 milliampere, only 60 milliampere current is incoming. So we are considering 60 milliampere. V3 is, what is our V3? That is only this part voltage V3. What is our V3? This part voltage. This part voltage is, total voltage is 120. Then this part voltage is 160. So see, 220 and this voltage is 160. So what is our remaining voltage? 220 minus 160. 220 minus 160, that is our 60 volt. And what about R3? R3 is V by I ohm, and power formula I square R. So we are calculating I square R formula. Now going to our last part, total resistance of the circuit. As we know that resistance are connected in two ways. One is a series connected and another is parallel connected. So this resistance is seriously connected. So these series connected resistance are always plus with section resistance, that is R1, R2, R3, and our total circuit resistance is this.